welcome to another edition of Traffic Jam Sessions. My name is Chris. I'm just a normal guy. I'm on my way to work. I'm sitting here dealing with traffic on the highway. I figure let's make the most of it. Let's answer a question. Today's question is a brownie a cookie or is it cake? Okay. And there are a couple of different schools of thought on this. I've talked to people about this before, and it has to do with how the brownie is prepared and what the end product is. Okay? A lot of people will say that a brownie has to be cake because it's made with batter as opposed to dough. Okay? And I kind of understand that. It's cake batter as opposed to cookie dough. But the main difference here is that cake is light and airy. Okay? It's because cake is made with a leavening agent like baking powder or baking soda or, whipped egg whites or whatever it might be. Those are agents that make the cake rise. Okay? That's why cake is spongy. That's why it's airy. That's why it crumbles, is because of those leavening agents, right? You've never been handed a piece of birthday cake and picked it up with your hand and just started going to town, because it's going to crumble in your hand. The icing is going to get all over you. You're going to put that piece of cake on a plate and you're going to eat it with a fork like a human with dignity, okay? A brownie is a much different thing. Even though it's made with batter, it doesn't have those same leavening agents. You don't use baking powder in a brownie and it doesn't rise. A brownie is shorter, it's much more dense, and it's chewier, much like a cookie. Okay? A brownie is made to be finger food. It's made to be something you can pick up. It's cohesive, it stays together, and you can eat it with your hand as opposed to cake, which that's just not an option, you know. So for that reason, a brownie functions as a cookie, because if somebody hands you a plate of chocolate chip cookies, you're going to pick one up and just start eating because it's a cohesive thing. Okay. So for that reason, a brownie has to be a bar cookie, like a lemon square, or like those toffee bars that you get at Christmas time and things like that. So a brownie has to function as a cookie in that way. One, because of how it's prepared. It's you start to prepare it like cake, but then you don't. You know what I mean? So it sort of starts as cake. It doesn't end as cake. It ends as a functioning cookie. So, you know, I think it has to be a cookie for that reason. I'm sure there are a lot of people that completely disagree with me and think I'm nuts. But if you do, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other questions you'd like to see answered. Keep in mind, I'm going to stray away from hot button issues and politics and just all those things, because this country's divided enough, and I'm not going to add to that on one side or the other. So we're not going to do that. But there are a lot of questions out there. Let me know what you want answered, and I'll look into it. I'll see you next time.